Right, Neil, it's kind of a great occasion coming somewhere like this. It's a Football League standard ground, really. To the top two teams in the league. Great match, but you must be disappointed not to come away with a point.
Can't believe we've not come away with anything, if I'm honest. But you go back to Radcliffe not so long ago, 3 or 4 games ago was it? Same there. Thought we deserved something from the game. I thought we deserved more today from this game than we did that day. I thought, second half they don't think apart from a John Rooney free kick towards the end of the game. I don't think Bobby had anything to do. We've missed chance after chance in both halves, and we've given away 2 silly goals. And the difference, what people have got to understand is at this level of football, well, in our dressing room, and the Radcliffe game's the same, that when teams have spells in games, good teams have spells in games with good players, you've got to be on your mettle. And if you're not, better players, particularly forward players, which they've got a lot of, and as of Radcliffe, will put you away and punish you. And that's what they've done. We've had a corner. We took a quick corner. I do not know why. To be fair, some unbelievable play from Drummond, but you can't let him back you up all the way into the box. And then if you give John Rooney an opportunity, he's got good feet, he'll finish. I'm just so disappointed for the players. Because we've come to, Radcliffe are the best team in the league, and the league tells you that, and Macclesfield probably a second, but I put us right up there because, apart, you might say we've got nil points from both games, which we have, and they're the facts, so you can't deny the facts, but we didn't get what our performances deserve. But, and there's the big but, is if you don't defend properly and you don't work harder to stop them giving opportunities to good players, and you lose games. And unfortunately we've learned 2 harsh lessons, but we've learned 2 harsh lessons against 2 good clubs, and we've competed. We've more than competed today, to a point where I thought we're very unlucky to come away without anything.
A game of equals, really, over the 90 minutes. But you touched on it there, you more than touched on it, the defensive errors really in the first half. I mean, their front line caused us a lot of trouble, particularly those 2 goals, but beyond that, did you change anything to counter that, or was it just too...
They're going to cause you problems because they've got good players. Look at the setup they've got, look at the squad they've got. You've signed another striker this week who they've bought, so they're the facts. You've got good players. The teams looking at their players, but you can't give them a helping hand, and we've given them a helping hand. Second half, I don't remember them, apart from John's free kick, I don't remember them going in having a shot, an opportunity. But it's them moments, and if you switch off in them moments, you get punished, and they've punished us. Where the other end, you think of the chances we've had. We've had Harvey in the first couple of minutes, Josh Warden one over the bar, Finn one tried to chip the keeper saved it. We've had at the end there, Jack over the bar from a couple of yards, Owen Windsor first half, chest volley over the bar just before we scored. They're just the ones I can remember, and there's a lot more in there. So we've had plenty of opportunities, but we've lost the game. So. But we take the positives, and we move forward.
So I too was counting the missed chances, maybe 10, maybe 12. I mean, you've listed a number of them there. Is it just one of those days? It just turns out that way sometimes, or was there something wrong just in the final third?
I think I've explained what the issue. I mean, missing chances. We're creating them. We've got to be more clinical. We've got to be more switched on when we go in there, to make them opportunities. The other one for me is that you can't go 2-0 down in games, and we conceded 2 in a very short space of time. Radcliffe we conceded 3 in 8 minutes, so that tells its own story. But it's about being a bit more switched on. When a team gets on top for a spell, you have to ride that spell. Because they had another good chance with Neil Kenji, which he put over. But overall, on chances, good chances. Let's not sugarcoat it. They weren't just chances; they were very good chances. But we lost the game. And good luck to them. Michael's gone in there; it's his first game, and I've been there myself when you go into a big football club and the expectation of the supporters. So, from his perspective, it's a great start. But I'm sure they'll have seen that he's come up against a very good Marine side today.
And as the game went on, Marine improved. You made some changes with the substitutes. You also had a word with Owen Robertson a couple of times, perhaps about some particular tactical changes on the pitch. What did you try to do to turn things around? It nearly came off, but what was the
Just
thinking?
trying to get more higher up the pitch, a bit more support to Bobby if we could, without leaving the middle of the pitch too wide open. You know, and also add some more height. They were struggling from set pieces with us. They were struggling from long throws with us. So you know, if we had height, we were gonna put it on there. Obviously, we did. Bringing Doyley on, bringing Jack on, you know, to cause them more problems. And Jack nearly worked last minute or 2 minutes, whatever it was. Scoop one over the bar. But as I say, I've just said to the lads in there, I'm disappointed. Far from not disappointed with the performance at all. You know, made up with the performance. Absolutely made up with the performance. I might be lucky, but we can't keep giving silly goals away and then not being clinical on the other end. That does with both boxes usually means you know, you're not going to be successful. But the key thing is we play two good sides, very good sides, two top sides in our division. You know, and you know, more than match them in most departments, apart from the most important part, which is the result.
And a 2-week break now, chance to regroup. Lots to talk about in training and so on, I'm sure. But at this stage of the season, happy where we are in the playoffs, in the playoff zone?
I haven't seen today's results. I'm you're not happy when you lose a game of football. I'm happy with where they are as a group, our performances. As I said, you know, for 10, 11, 12 games now, I'm not quite sure the numbers, we've been very consistent. We've lost by the odd goal when we've lost, and we threw one in there, and the rest we've won. But to make that next step in football is to do them bits that I'm talking about, and if we're going to be playoff contenders initially, and then anything above that, we need to do the bits that I've just been talking about better. We have to be better in moments defending, and then when we get opportunities, we need to be. But we're young in the main. You know, we're a fairly young squad of players. As I've said numerous times, we can't recruit like Macclesfield. You know, we have to find a different way. We found a different way. But as I say, made up with the way we played.
Yep.
Disappointed with the results. But that's football, and it's a results business. So we get nothing for today apart from a pat on the back for a decent performance.
Thank you, Neil, as ever.
Cheers.